Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Ryan, aka Blackbeard TCG, and in today's video, I have a very special guest. You guys probably all know him, Mr. Asif Chaz. How's it going, my man?
Thank you so much, Blackbeard TCG, for having me. I'm doing good. I'm really excited to talk about OP-03 leaders today. And yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Of course, man. Anytime and not a worry at all. And as he said, we are going to be talking about the OP-03 leaders. Similarly to the tier list I've done on my channel before, we will be talking about the ones that we are excited to play. So not in terms of power level, but in terms of what we are excited to actually pilot. But if you guys are interested in seeing what we think is going to be at the top of the meta, what might not shake up the meta or anything in between, definitely check out the link in the description for the video on Chaz's channel, because we actually talked about that as well in depth. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out, and make sure to subscribe to him if you haven't already. So,
well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, of course, without a doubt. So, to kick it off, to start off, we will be talking about the different rankings for the tier list. So S tier is 100%. We're going to play the deck. We're going to pilot it, bring it to locals, bring it to tournaments, all of those things. A tier are decks that we're interested in playing. We probably will collect the cards, build a deck, play around with it, but it might not be our main decks. B is a deck that's not our cup of tea. We look at the leader, we're like, maybe we would play it, maybe not. Maybe I might play it with a friend once or twice and just maybe that's about it. And C is not going to play it at all. If we pull the cards, if there's anything good, we'll probably just use it as trade bait to build the decks that we actually want to play. So let's start off with Ace. My friend, where would you put him in the tier list?
I am 100% playing it at S tier. 100% will play. I mean, I am a red lover and fan. I mean, I know you're blue and now maybe even a purple black, but
yep.
red has been my guy. I mean, I've been rocking Luffy and Zoro for the early days, and I've really never really kind of branched out. I should start branching out in this set, but it's Ace. It's one of my favorite characters. It's Luffy's brother, so it's like has to kind of move on. And the fact that you can use Whitebeard cards as well, I'm like super excited. I'm all for Ace, and I'm just gonna event heavy. Just do some answering of some threats and then let Ace do Ace things. I'm really excited to play Ace.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm with you 100%. Ace needs to go in the S tier. I mean, again, how could you not like Ace? The card arts look absolutely amazing. Also, we have our first alternate art event, and it's going to be a card for Ace as well, right? Fire Fist, I believe, right?
So, yeah, I believe it's Fire Fist. And you know what? That's such a great card to have. And at the same time, if you're going to bling out your decks 100%, you got the event cards to bling out as well.
Yeah, I think that if you're the type of person that wants to bling out, Forecast Ace is definitely going to be the case, because you have event cards to bling, as we said. But then also, if you want to play, your manga Ace in this, no. Okay, I don't recommend anyone to do that. I don't recommend anyone to do that.
You can technically, you can just have a playset of manga Ace. The true victory is when you flex over your opponent, not when it goes to like 0 life.
Exactly. As long as I have my 4 copies of manga Ace, I will gladly just like go 0 and 4 and drop.
Yeah, just Kaiba things, right? Just screw the rules. I got money.
Exactly. So we definitely agree on Ace being an S tier. 100% will play. Now, what about Kuro? Where do you place him?
Oh, and this is gonna be surprising considering how high I placed him in like our kind of power level tier list. I'm putting it at C.
Ooh, okay. And what's your reasoning?
And well, okay, if I'm gonna play green, I'm in the kind of I'm leaning towards like if I'm gonna play a leader that can be active, I'm rather just play Eustace Kid.
Right.
And who knows? It might be a strong leader, and I do think it's going to be a strong leader. But whether or not he's going to be popular in a meta game is a different story altogether. But just because I don't really, it's Kuro, it's like early villain, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather play Kid,
right?
I'm going to put that not going to play at all. Just because I really don't see myself making a deck specifically for Kuro.
Yeah.
I'll just use the green pieces to. With other leaders. That's essentially what I feel.
Yeah, I completely agree. And so far, we are in perfect sync. Kuro
Two
is
for two.
also going. Yeah, 2 for 2. He's also going in C tier for me. Now, I kind of talked about it in our other video, but I am very, very salty that he got a slot. You know, this set was supposed to be about like grand rivals and this and that.
Man.
And yeah, we got Kuro instead of Blackbeard. So just out of spite, I am not touching this card. I don't even care if Kuro ends up being a tier 0 deck, bro. I'm still not playing it. Just out of spite.
Yeah, I think you're right to call that. I think like he took the spot of Blackbeard, which I also agree that I think Blackbeard deserves to be one of the leaders. But I guess maybe they're saving him for something special.
True.
I think
True.
they are. Blackbeard is really powerful, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably gonna be a really powerful card.
He has to be, right? I hope he
Yeah.
is. I hope he is.
Set 4, set 7. I don't know.
Set 7? Oh my gosh. Don't put that out into the universe.
Oh, no. Set 4. Like, manifesting. Who knows? Manga Blackbeard. It is
Oh!
mightiest enemy after all.
Let's go.
Right?
Manga Blackbeard. Manga Blackbeard
Yeah,
will
there
be
we
coming
go.
home.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so next, let's talk about Arlong. So dual color leader here, green and yellow. Some people really like Arlong. Some people aren't a big fan. For you, what's your opinions on Arlong, and where are you going to place him on your list?
I think Arlong would be like a fun deck to try out because it's interesting and it might be very fun to play, similar to how Doflamingo is. And like it's fun to kind of just I want to see top card of my deck, or for Arlong's case, I want to play a trigger and then do the effect. So I'm gonna put it at B. Multicolored leaders are definitely not my favorite, and the only reason why I say that is because I'm a coward. I like my 5 life. I don't like to be at 4. But there will be like days or locals where I'll just like, you know what, I'm gonna try out Arlong. I think it's going to be an interesting deck to play, and if it plays well, I think it's going to be really fun. Just trying to put up pressure with the trigger cards. And once we see more trigger green or yellow cards, I think it's going to be really cool. So hopefully, I think Arlong's going to be a fun deck to play, but it's not definitely my type of deck to play.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. For me, I think I'm going to slot Arlong into C tier. So this is the first one that we disagree on. Yeah. So I'm not going to play him. I don't think that his effect is all that attractive to me. I also don't really like him as a character at all. And it's one of those things where it's like, if I do want to go East Blue focus, then of course there's Nami. Or if I want to go Green East Blue focus, there's Kuro. And yeah, unless like there's some like big drastic changes in terms of like the trigger effects, it's just one of those things where it's like, I can't really get too excited for. So, if I pull a alternate Arlong when OP-03 eventually comes out in the West, it will be up for trade immediately.
Oh, okay. And I think that kind of makes sense. Like, maybe that's why I rated a little bit higher, because I really do like the whole Arlong park arc in for One Piece, because that's like the first time I saw like that there was a moment like the walk to Arlong Park where Overtaken gets played, and I have that like on repeat a lot of times when I want to like get hype about something. So maybe that's why I have like the emotional attachment is right there. But I agree with you as well. I think like the like once we see more cards, we might be more attractive. But yeah, it's I might give it a shot.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna rule out not playing it for this time.
I completely agree, and yeah, that moment was so emotional, and it was so badass. It was like one of the first times we see Luffy get serious, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when when like the music starts playing, the enemies better start shaking because Luffy's coming for you.
Yo.
It's so good.
So we talked about a couple of East Blue leaders in Kuro and Arlong. So now we got to talk about East Blue in Nami. So I think I know.
Right.
I think I know what your answer is gonna be, my friend. But where are you putting Nami?
Okay, I hope that this is matching your prediction, but I'm putting it at S.
Okay, there you go. That's what I predicted. That's what I predicted, my man. So talk to me.
There we go.
Why are you 100% going to be playing Nami?
All right, so first of all, Nami is just so cool. I mean, the effect and the ability itself is just very unique. So like 10 out of 10 times, or like 9 out of 10 times when I'm playing Nami, I'm going to try and mill myself up. I'm not going to care if I'm going to lose all my life. I'm just going to try and get to 0 just because I want to try and win with her ability.
Yeah.
You gotta give it a shot. And at the same time, in like okay, talking about like other TCGs, like from Magic the Gathering, I was playing like a mill deck in one of like the formats. I
Oh
was
yeah?
like, yeah, I want to mill myself out because I don't care what I want to play solitaire. Essentially, I'm the kind of annoying guy that like, yeah, what you're doing, I don't care. I'm gonna mill myself out, and like Nami lets me do that. So I'm
Right.
definitely gonna play 100%. Whether or not it's gonna be the strongest deck, and of course like whether it's gonna be annoying to play with, as long as I'm having fun, right? Then yeah, 100% will play it for sure.
Nice, nice. And yeah, we're back on track because I agree Nami is going to be in my S tier. 100% will play it strictly just because she's blue. So right off the bat, already gonna be playing this
There you
leader. But I mean, I don't even need to say it because everything that you said, I agree. She's going to be extremely fun. She's different. She's new. And so in that case, I mean, how could you not want to at least try and play this deck, bring it to events, bring it to locals, bring it to tournaments, and try to get that first place by decking out? I mean, come on. Well, where else are you going to be able to get that in this card game?
That's true. Yeah, it's the only leader that lets you do that, and at the same time, it's like your opponent has to like, oh, well, you're putting them on the clock, and you can still win in the normal way too if you if you care about that. But most of the times it's just like, all right, how many cards do I have left? Oh, okay, 14 cards. All right, I need like 2 more activations of Zeph or something.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be like so fun. I'm really quite excited for that.
Yeah, 110%. And now we were able to go over all of the East Blue cards. Let's go ahead and talk about some Water 7. We have the one, the only. I try to like make it sound like super spectacular as if he's like huge in the story, but we got Mr. Iceberg. So he's interesting.
He fixed up. I mean, sorry, he fixed up going Mary. So
Yeah.
he has my respect.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me put some respect on his name. You're 100% right. So, you know what? Iceberg, let's go ahead and rank him. Where are you putting him in this tier list?
Oh man, I'm gonna put Iceberg because it kind of shares the same sentiment as like Nami. It's pretty interesting. The fact they cannot attack, can just put out a bunch of big guys so early on. I think I'm gonna put it at A. I'm very interested in playing, and the reason why I don't put it at S is because I don't really play purple. So like I do play Kaido here and there, but I don't really rock purple as much as I would have loved to.
Right.
But so like doing Onagashima things, it's just like to me, it's just
Right,
don't
right.
hate to all the Kaido players out there. I think Kaido is extremely strong. Purple is great, but it's just like not my style. Okay.
Right.
But for Iceberg, yeah, I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. Very interested in playing the deck just to see how it plays. I think A would be where I placed it.
You know what? I promise anybody that's watching this right now, we did not pre-rehearse this or anything like that. But I 100% agree. I have him in my A tier as well. So we're almost 100% success rate. This is awesome. Great minds think alike, my man.
Yeah, there we go. This is why like we're doing this, so we can kind of maybe like other people will put it at S, and I'm pretty sure like people seeing Iceberg will be like, oh, it's purple, and like I can search out an Onagashima like card,
Right.
S tier for sure. But just for both of us, it's like, yeah, we're interested in playing. It's not that bad. I think it's pretty good.
Exactly. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun to play. I'll definitely play it 100%. But, well, actually, I won't 100% play it or else it'd be an S tier. But, I mean, I'd be very interested in playing it. But do I value it as much as collecting and playing Nami or Ace, for example? I don't. So, because of that, that's why it's one tier below. But I do think he will still be very, very interesting. And on that same topic, as we're talking about Water 7, Galila Company, let's go ahead and talk about the CP agent himself, Rob Lucci.
Lucci.
What do you think about him?
Okay, this might be surprising, but I have him at B.
Ooh.
And the only reason why I have him at B is because I have never played black. Like I'm serious. Like
Really?
besides like maybe the starter deck,
Right.
I've never played like Smoker, so I have like all of these. Like I have a kind of like an ongoing joke with like the community because I've been opening up like OP-02 stuff,
Right.
and I keep getting Kuzans.
Yeah,
And, like,
I remember
non-stop
you got like Alt-Star Kuzan too, right?
Yeah, I have like the full playset of the secret rare Kuzan and like the playset of like the normal super rare and like I think 2 versions of the alternates for the super rare Kuzan. And I'm like, I don't want to play black. I mean, I have the pieces for it and I can make the deck for it for sure, but like, do I want to play like black? So like, just because of like I have not played black, I haven't tried it out. Maybe I will love it, but I just haven't like. Besides playing it online and
Right.
but in physical, in like physical locals, I've not touched like a black deck.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm also like, it's not my cup of tea is because it's so much. Like, okay, One Piece card game is already like 90% math.
Yes, yes.
And now I gotta put in algebra in it. I gotta count like the cost. I gotta minus this thing. I don't want to do like I don't want to like do a problem sum in the middle of my game. So
Right.
like I'll let the black players deal with it. Like you can tell me how much it's been reduced. Oh, you KO'd my character? Okay, it's gone. Okay, I'm done. Like I don't want to count it. So and because of that, it's gonna be B. Not my cup of tea because I don't think I'm smart enough for math things. But I might give it a shot maybe.
That is hilarious. I love that answer. That answer alone made this video. That is hilarious. I'm literally tearing up. You do not want to do algebra. I could definitely understand that. And
yeah,
I think it's one of those things. Like I said, I only recently started picking up Zephyr, playing black and purple, and like really playing around with the black stuff and having a ton of fun. For me, we disagree on this one, so this is the second disagreement. I am going to put Rob Lucci in A tier. I am interested. I think that he's going to be able to do some pretty spicy things. We talked about it in our other video, but obviously being able to restand is always nice. KOing stuff is going to be super easy to do because it is black. It's kind of what it does. And we've already seen the ability to be able to play around with our trash and add it back and potentially be able to draw it again and use it. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. I don't think it's gonna be a deck where like I'm super stoked and like I can't wait to like collect everything, but I definitely want to play it.
Oh yeah, I think I was kind of expecting you to put it at A because it is a strong deck. Like if you have the pieces for it, you give it a shot, right? But you're not actively like, okay, I need to buy the playset,
right?
Super rares or whatever. But yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. I think it's just for me, like I just don't like math. Or at least math when I'm playing games,
Yeah.
If I want to learn, I don't want it to be when I'm having fun.
That's a good point. And I guess since we talked about a black leader, let's talk about a half black leader, black yellow. Big Mom. So I think I kind of know where you're gonna put her because yes,
I think I know it too.
So why don't you tell us where you put her?
I think it's no surprise that it's going to be at C. Not going to play this at all. I think it fulfills two of the conditions of like I don't want to play this 100%. One, it's a multicolored leader, and I'm just not a fan of multicolored leaders. And two, it has black in it, so that's. And I think just too much of us. The ability is just I think what they're doing is fine. I think Banda what they're doing is like they don't want help like yellow recovery to be a broken thing.
Yeah,
and they're putting like a lot of hurdles. To make sure like the leader itself doesn't have a strong ability. The character cards is fine because like maybe it's an on play or like a one-time effect.
Right.
But leaders are repeatable, so they can't make it too strong, and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But then no one's gonna play it. So yeah, that's good.
Fair enough. For her, you know what? I'm willing to put her in B tier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so definitely not my cup of tea, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Again, she has black in it, so for me, I'm at least a little bit curious.
Okay.
But the biggest thing for me is that we kind of talked about it again on the other video. Perfect little advertisement there. Go ahead and click the link in the description to check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, we kind of talked about how dual color leaders are kind of leaders that pick up in popularity more towards the end of the set. So I do think that some people might pick up some spicy tech for it as the metagame develops for OP-03, and then at that point I might say, you know what, I'll give it a shot, right? It's something I'll consider. It's not something that I won't say I won't touch it at all, but it's something that I could see myself maybe playing.
I can see that. Yeah, maybe like late in the set, you'll probably be like, yeah, I'll give Big Mom a try. I'll bring it to my locals and try it out. Yeah, I don't see that for B, but like that's great. I think B is where like I think it's a good place for you, right?
Yep.
It's like you give it a shot one day.
Exactly. And now we go over to the rest of the characters for Whole Cake Island. We have Charlotte Katakuri. I think I already know where you're gonna put this. This is your main man. But for anybody anybody that doesn't know, they're about to find out, my friend. Where are you putting him?
I'm putting it straight at S tier. I mean, Katakuri is like, and I had it at like power level at A, but Blackbeard TCG convinced me it was S because of the we talked about it and I was like, yeah, why am I putting it at A? It's an S tier deck. It's like definitely going to be one of the strongest leaders in the metagame. And the fact that it's my favorite antagonist, like Katakuri, the moment of like Whole Cake Island where Luffy fought Katakuri, was like, to me, one of the most hyped things I've read in a long while. And because I was a manga reader back then.
Right.
And then, yeah, and so like I've always told myself like, oh, if Katakuri has a leader, I'm gonna use him as my main deck for sure. For at least like between him and Luffy or between him and Zoro.
Right.
But Katakuri is definitely gonna be one of my main. So it's 100% will play, 100% will try to bling
Ooh.
the Katakuri deck as well. Yeah. So depending on like how expensive the cards are, I don't want
Right,
to spend
right.
too much. But it's definitely gonna be a deck that I'm going to be investing the most of my time on. Like even in future sets,
Yeah.
Katakuri will still be my go-to.
So, is it safe to say then that out of all the leaders in OP-03, he's the one you're the most excited about?
Besides Ace, it's Katakuri, yeah.
Okay,
I think
fair
Katakuri
enough.
1, Ace is 2. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think that's completely fair. So for me, it's hard. I wish I kind of had a tier in between S and A, but I don't. For now, I think I'm gonna have to agree. I am gonna put him in S tier. 100% will play, and this is more so because I think that he's just going to be very strong. I think that he's going to be very, very powerful. And of course, whenever you go to events, if you want to be sweaty, you want to try hard, you want to play the best stuff. And I don't know, so far, I just think that he is going to be one of the best leaders in OP-03. And so for that reason alone, I will play it. Obviously, of course, as well, being able to pick up those things, I'll probably be able to play it in Big Mom as well when I eventually maybe give it a shot. So there's that. So yeah, I think I will put him in S tier.
Yeah, I think it's Katakuri, and he has that secret rare that
Oh yeah,
is very
true.
powerful as well. So and you can do so many things that Big Mama things and then Katakuri things with
Yep.
Katakuri. So like it's gonna be really really strong.
All right, and to round it off, we talked about all the leaders that's going to be in the set, but in terms of the starter deck, we have starter deck Big Mom, starter deck Charlotte Lin Lin. The last card, where are you going to be placing her?
Charlotte Lillian is going to be at A tier. Very
Ooh.
interested in playing, and the only reason why it's at A tier is because I'm definitely going to playing a Big Mom from the release. Okay, over here, like the starter deck has been released, so I'm definitely going to play a Big Mom at my locals all the way until OP-03 comes out, and then I'll switch over to Katakuri. So that's the only reason. But like, I think Big Mom is a strong ability, and I feel like depending on the type of metagame we're expecting, you can kind of switch out Katakuri and Big Mom, and then
True.
maybe switch out a couple of cards in your deck. So it's a leader that I will play, but it's not 100% will play. Most of the time, I'll go with Katakuri, but if the meta calls for it, I'll switch to Big Mom, no worries. And yeah, so definitely at A, I think that's pretty much where I'll have Big Mom.
You know what? You said something that I literally did not think of at all, and it's the fact that you could very easily just probably swap these leaders if needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if like there's gonna be if Zoro comes out and you kind of need that recovery maybe, or you want to like make sure that triggers are being triggered,
Right.
yeah, then Big Mom is like the right meta call. But if it's not, like I think general wise, I think Katakuri is just slightly stronger in a like unknown meta game.
Yeah.
But in an aggressive meta game, maybe Big Mom might be more beneficial for you to play, something like that.
Yeah, no, I think that's 100% right. I agree with that, and I like that take. I think that for me, I'm gonna put her in S tier. I think I will 100% play her as well. At first I was gonna put her in A tier, but then the fact that you mentioned that you could just easily just like swap leaders, I was like, yeah, that's true. If I'm gonna have Katakuri in S tier, then I could easily just play Big Mom as well. And I also do think that she is going to be powerful. I think that she's gonna be a really good deck. So I think that it's something that I 100% will play.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think like the potential to just interchange between the two of them, and yeah, both of them are doing different things, but the core of the cards, the core yellow cards, will probably be the same. Although like you may swap out like ratios, maybe.
Right.
But, yeah, that it's still gonna be great. Either leader is gonna be great.
Yep, I 100% agree. And as you guys can see on the screen right now, these are our two lists. A little bit of the same, a little bit of the a little bit of it being different. But I'm very, very curious. In the comment section below, Let me know what you guys would rank all 9 of the new leaders. You can use the exact same tier list format, or you could just list them in any way that you would like. I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions. But with that being said, make sure once again you guys check out Asif Chaz's channel in the description, as well as the other video that we made. I'm sure you guys are already subscribed to him, but if not, what are you doing? He has the best One Piece content on YouTube. Yes, I'm even saying that over myself. Make sure you guys go ahead and head over there and subscribe.
Oh, thank you. So you're too kind, man. Hey, dude, I'm a fan of your channel. I have like notifications on for your channel. It's like, oh, Blackbeard TCG poster. Okay, I'm gonna watch it right now. And that, I agree that like I think that your channel like has a valuable like voice about like the cards that I never think about. And this is why like it's great when we're doing like these collabs. And like I learn stuff from you. You pick up stuff that I thought about, and it's great. And we're all sharing all the love for the One Piece card game.
Exactly. And so with that being said, guys, we are going to sign out. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. And with that being said, peace.